welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to do what I call an Indian rice because I've done some curry and I'm going to use the same kind of like herbs and spices that I put in the curry to make this Indian rice. Here I have a cup and a half of Basmati rice. That was difficult for me to say. To that I'm going to add 1 clove of garlic grated, and also 1 centimetre cube of ginger, also grated. I'm also adding in half a teaspoon of seasonal, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, and 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala. Now garam masala is normally added towards the end of a dish, but I'm adding it into my rice today. Now just going to give that a little stir. And hopefully the turmeric is going to provide a little bit of colour to the rice. Nope. I can see that this rice needs a bit more colour, so I'm going to add another 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric because I really want that yellow colour to come out in my rice. I'm also adding in 1 tablespoon of oil. That's going to kind of like mimic coconut oil, which I don't really want to use coconut oil, so I'm just using olive oil. And give that a mix. I normally add equal quantity of volume of rice to water, but this rice was a bit tricky lately to cook, so I'm going to put 1.5 cups of water. Oops, and my ladle's gone into the rice. Wow. Whoop. 1.5. Yeah, and also I'm going to add in another 1/4 cup, because the rice was coming out a bit hard. Fire on. This fire has been playing up all day with me. And when I rescue my ladle, we're going to give that a quick stir. And I'm going to put the lid on and let that come to a boil. That's come up to a nice boil, hasn't it? In fact, too much of a boil. I always do that. I'm going to now add in half a chilli and just a touch more water. That's about a tablespoon. Ooh. Give that a mix. Yeah. And now lid back on, and I'm going to leave it for 25 minutes. Right, some of it's actually stuck to the pan, as you can see. Well, it's formed like a little, kind of like a crust at the bottom. Wonder why it's done that. I'll tell you, this rice, sometimes it's fine and sometimes it isn't. So, just going to give that a little fluff up first. And, oh, that's hot. Now I'm going to just cover it literally for about 10 minutes just to get all the steam out. And while that's happening, we're now going to prepare the onions to go in this. I've just heated this pan on a medium, and now I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And yes, I'm going to fry our onions in olive oil. There's 1 and 2. Yep, that looks good. And now I have here 1 onion which I have thinly sliced, and I mean thinly sliced. And what we want now is the onions to soften and brown and caramelize. So this is going to take at least between 5 to 10 minutes to do. You don't want your onions to burn. They've got a nice golden colour. So, fire off. I'm going to put that to one side. Get our rice. It's easy. Yum. And I'm simply just going to add this to our rice. Oops. And using my rice spoon, going to give that a little stir. Ooh, look at that. Yum. Ooh, and all the grains, look at that. Ooh, nice. Let's just hope it tastes as good as it looks. Yeah. Oops, bit of crusty bit there. I'm also going to add some coriander, and I've just literally just chopped this up. So that's about a tablespoon of coriander. Our final mix. Ooh, let's break some of these bits up. As I said, this rice, I don't know. Sometimes it cooks well, sometimes it just doesn't. So, and, yep, I'm going to say, there we have it. My Indian rice. Ooh. Should I use a fork or a spoon to taste this? Fork. Little bowl. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. I say that, but I haven't tested it. And look at that. Right. Yahoo. Still piping hot. That is so good. And the onions add a nice sweetness to what I would say harsh spices that we put in there. Oh, and because I keep doing this, I keep saying there's not enough chili, but you know what? There is. That is going to complement my lamb stew nicely. That is good. That is good. You gotta try it. Until the next time, peeps. See ya.